Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Christmas special. I am John, and this is Earl.
Yeah.
And you are adopted. Welcome back to another episode. Tell them what we're talking about today, Earl.
We're going to be talking about a Mr. Birdie special, which, actually, you know what? I don't want to give away the surprise.
Okay.
So I'll let you guess what the special is today.
That, ladies and gentlemen, means he has no idea what we're doing.
You like how I worked that?
That was good. I don't want to ruin the surprise, so I'll let you go from here. Clever.
Yeah. I've had a lot of practice.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are talking about not falling in love with ideal situations when it comes to the indie filmmaking. I think it's very easy to come up with an idea and you sit down and you're just like, this is it. This is gold. I have it. The world needs this. The world needs this, and they will give me what I need to make this. And then you have this idea that because you have a good idea that you're in love with, people are going to flock to you, and the most amazing thing is going to happen where you're going to be in a coffee shop, you're going to be typing your script out on a laptop, and some guy's going to come to you, hey, are you a writer?
I was reading your script back there.
I've been looking for you my whole life. This is I have $10 million that I've been burning in my pocket. I want to give it to you. And you're just like, and that's what you fantasize as
That's the dream scenario.
The minute your script is done, you're just like, oh, I need $10 million. I need this actor. You need that. And it can kind of consume your mind, and it can distract you from the realization of what can happen when it comes time to putting the movie together. So today we're going to talk about
that's hilarious. Just
not falling in love with those ideal situations, those fantasies that would be nice, but that realistically won't happen. So for us, first movie, we thought, let's do a crowdfunding and fundraiser.
Yeah.
So we put the whole thing together, did a video, put it out, promoted it, and people were donating. People gave us, people went in their pockets and gave us some coin.
Like you said, coin.
It was much appreciated coin. But in the grand scheme of things, we had a lot more zeros on the number we were going for than what we actually received.
Yeah, that is true.
And it was just like, what were we thinking? There was nothing in the horizon that even hinted towards everyone just wanting to give us money to make this movie. So I think we ended up with like $200, which paid for.
It was helpful.
It went towards something, so we were super grateful. But it was just like, in the beginning, it was like, what were we thinking? Like, what was wrong with us? Like, never made a movie.
Nope.
No experience. We want people to just invest and go into their 401k and just give everything they have to help us make a movie that we're going to put on YouTube. So, yeah, man, that can be...
That was a tough pill to swallow.
It was. Yeah. It was. But it was a pill we needed to swallow.
Yeah, that is true. Because, like, I remember, like, seeing like people put up fundraisers and seeing how much people are able to raise just through that, and just going and doing it ourselves. I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen to us too. This is easy. And then when we actually did it, it was the complete opposite. Where it's just like, wow, this is actually a lot harder than I thought. It's not just posting a post, that to help us raise money for the movie. It was more. Honestly, I really don't know what goes into it.
Yeah, to be honest, and we couldn't even say what we would do differently.
Yeah, no.
Because not that we didn't have the experience.
Yeah.
It was nothing like we thought. Like, it was completely, like you said, it was the complete opposite of how we envisioned it.
Yes.
So for the second movie, I think we just kind of understand it's on us to get it done.
100%.
And I think that mindset is what helped us get through. After we realized, okay, the money's not going to be pouring in.
Yeah.
We got to figure this thing out.
Yep.
And then, the wheels start to turn, and you start to get more creative, and you figure out what you need to do to get it done. And I feel like as an indie filmmaker at the bottom, your best bet is to have that mindset of, this is up to me to get it done.
Yeah.
Whether it's with the money, the acting, who I need to go after, or whatever it is. Because you'll be better off you won't be disappointed when you don't get the money.
Yeah.
And people aren't just pouring in to say, this is the greatest thing ever, I want to be a part of it, because that may not happen.
Yeah.
And if you had it in your mind that that's how it was going to be, it'll demoralize you.
Oh, 100%.
And it'll destroy your momentum, and you'll be heartbroken, and then you'll think like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
No one likes my work. And essentially it's not like that. It's just people giving you money for a film is an investment. And there has to be more in it for them than it can be for you. And that's just investments in general. Like with stocks, you invest in a stock because you feel like there's going to be a return at some point. It may not be right now.
Yeah.
Could be 10, 20, 30 years down the line. But there's some form of trend that you can look at to say like, oh, I'll get my money back.
Yeah.
With us, I can tell you like, hey, we're going to work hard.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
We're going to work hard. We're going to make it as good as we can. And you may never see that money again.
Yep.
And, you know, and it's not cheap to make a movie. So, you know, I can understand why people didn't just sell their houses and their cars and their children to give us money to make a movie. Because realistically, it just doesn't make sense. And even when you do research and you realize how it's done in Hollywood, it's not done in a sense like, oh, here's a guy with a bunch of money, take it and go do whatever. There's a lot that goes into it where people can almost see what the possibility of the return is. There's a plan for all of that. So it's not necessarily just...
It's a full-blown pitch.
Yeah. And it's not just rich people just throwing money out there, companies just throwing money out there. There's a lot that goes into it that, you know, we just didn't know. But, you know, for the benefit of your own film, for your own mental, I think have the mindset that you're going to go in and just take care of things yourself. Yeah. And if you happen to get money for it, it's an added bonus. It's not the opposite where you're expecting X amount of dollars and you don't get that. Now you're trying to fill those gaps with whatever you can. But that was a lesson that we learned. Funny lesson. It was. Oh yeah. It was hilarious. And you know, thank you to the people who did donate. You know, it wasn't like, and we never felt that people didn't want to support us.
No.
It was just like
that.
Yeah, it was just like, hey man, that's cool. I think it's great you guys are gonna put a movie together.
Yes.
I hope you get it done.
We did.
Yeah, you know, I'll be there for the premiere. But as far as like giving you money for it, I can understand, because there are times where people come up to me like at charities, like you go to Starbucks. They're just, hey, you want to donate to this?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
We do that all the time.
Yeah.
Every one of us have done that. Yes.
Yeah, more than once.
Yes.
More than once. So it's like you can't be a hypocrite and be like, you can't go out and do it and then get mad when you know you're on the other side.
Yes.
Like, oh, you guys hate me. And I actually did see a quote one time, and it was while we were setting up the Give Butter for the movie.
Get Butter?
That was the platform we used for donations. It said, never rely on your family and friends to make you rich.
Yes.
And it clicked, and I was just like, that is how society essentially is. Whenever someone starts a business or they do something, they immediately go to your friends and family, and you expect them to just pour everything they have into what you're doing. And I can understand the quote, because you when you have that expectation, it doesn't happen. You look at those people as if they did something wrong when they didn't.
Yeah.
So I think it's more so, you know, if they're supporting you, be grateful, but don't expect anyone to automatically like give you money towards whatever project you're doing or buy from your business. You know, it's not necessarily like they're not responsible for your success, and you shouldn't expect them to be.
100% agree with that.
So yeah, as an indie filmmaker, you know, just watching our movie is support, and we'll take that over anything. You know, just resharing a post or whatever it is. But yeah, that quote after we set all that up, and we just like, damn, we didn't get the return that we thought. And I was just like, yeah, we shouldn't. It's not up to our friends and family to bring us up the mountain. You know, you gotta put the work in. You gotta, you know, do what you gotta do to get there yourself. But,
and that was actually helpful, like a helpful lesson in the beginning, because whenever like somebody just
someone just hard off a bike or a scooter,
it's like a skateboard. But I feel like that was a very good lesson for us to have in the beginning, because every other problem that we were like confronted with, we tackled it ourselves.
Oh yeah.
We were just like with the streaming, there was an issue there where it was just like, I kind of don't want to depend on this company out there where we were already having some bit of an issue. They're just like, we're not. What are we doing? We could just do this ourselves. And that's what we did.
Yeah. And that was another thing. You had the idea of making a movie and getting on streaming services.
Yeah.
Without understanding, it's not just like hey, I have a movie, here you go, sir, put it on Netflix, let it play, get paid.
Yeah.
There is so much more into it, and that's
tedious.
We hit that wall. It's just like, oh damn, like how stupid or naive were we to just think, oh, we did the hard part.
Yeah.
Now the world will take care of the rest. It doesn't work like
Not
that.
that easy, unfortunately.
Yeah. So do your research, kind of understand what you need to know before you just go out and do it, because you will be surprised on some of the speed bumps and walls you run into.
Oh yeah.
And some of them, to be honest, they'll derail you.
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to pull your hair out. You're gonna want to end the project.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll kill your momentum going forward.
And even for us, when the whole streaming thing was more difficult than we thought, we didn't know whether we were just gonna have a bunch of premieres or we would. So we were just like, let's just put it on YouTube, just to put it out there so people can watch it, just to see, the movie itself, because we worked a lot, put a lot of time into it.
I'm happy we took that route.
Oh yeah. Because man, like we said, it's when you don't know, it's so overwhelming when you get to that point where you have to corral everything and make it work.
Yeah.
And even though we were working with a team, I guess you can say, it was still a lot of things that we were just like, bro, you didn't say this, you didn't say that. Well, this, you can't do this, and the movie's already done. So, yeah, don't fall in love with those ideal situations. Perfection, it's not possible.
Yeah,
it's not possible to be perfect in any facet of life. So never expect things to just run smoothly. But I think if you have the mindset of just handling it yourself and anything extra as a bonus, you'll be fine. I think you'll be much better, and mentally, I think it's a lot safer for you as an indie filmmaker, and to save yourself a lot of headache.
It's true. It reminds me of when I had my gallery showing a couple years ago, and I had like a plan of how I wanted to lay out my artwork on the walls, and I was already running behind, and people were outside waiting to come in, and I think it was me, it was you. Anna.
Yeah. I think was your sisters there? I think they came.
Someone else was helping, and I remember I was just like, I really don't care how it turns out now. Just help me put up all the artwork on the walls to get people coming in.
Yeah.
And it turned out just the way everybody has this. I think this goes back to last week's session or the week after that. I think it was last week's session when we were talking about. Help me jog my memory here.
Last week's episode?
Yeah. Fuck, I just had the thought and it just puffed on me.
We film a lot of episodes, so it's really hard for us to just recall which one was from last week.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll come back to me. But just having you guys there help me out, and then just seeing how it came out perfectly.
Oh yeah, it was a great day.
It came out perfect, and I'm happy I wasn't so gung-ho on that, the way I envisioned it all to lay out. Because if I was, it would took forever for me to get it done. And I just had to give my hands up and say, help me. And then everything just turned out perfectly. So when you don't stick with your initial plan, sometimes it really does help for everything just to come together.
Yeah. And sometimes ideal situations are more detrimental to you than beneficial.
Yes.
I think it teaches you how to adapt, how to let go. Yeah. That's a big thing, because there was a lot of things that we ran into that we loved, and we just like, this is the bottom line, it has to be that way, and we got there and it was just like, that bottom line ain't coming, so what are you going to do? And it was just like, so it's definitely, it teaches you a lesson, but it's for the best. It's for the betterment of your company or, your art. Ideal is nice. If everything was ideal, I feel like everyone in the world would be happy. But as you know, that's not the case.
Yeah. I think it gets more fun too.
It does.
Yeah. When you go away from all right, this is how it's gonna go, to
this is where we're going.
This is where we're going, and it's just like a snowball. It's getting bigger and bigger. You don't know what the hell's gonna happen, and it's just so surprising. It's the unknown. It's exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah. And your creative side comes out in that aspect too, because there are times where your back is against the wall And you got to figure out something.
Yeah.
And you can't not do anything. So that situation kind of helps you be a little bit more calm. And you're just like, oh, all right, let me figure this out. Let me do that. And, and that just comes with, just going with the flow.
Yes.
But yeah, those ideal situations, they can kill you, man. And we are speaking from experience. In the beginning, we were just like, this is a great story. We just got to find the right person. They give us this amount of money and it'll be perfect. And out of 10 things that we thought were ideal, 0 of them came true. So, and it's all about still going out there and doing what you love. Yeah. We wanted to make a movie. We found a way to do it, and that's all that matters. And you can do that in the same way we did. You just got to take some time, figure it out. But allow yourself some wiggle room. Don't get married to ideas. They can hurt you. So, you got anything else on that matter before we get to all scripture?
That was perfect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, it is scripture time.
Oh, you got something on the back? Oh,
no, it's just my phone case.
Okay.
Yeah, I put it up there like there was something there.
Bible Hub.
I should do that. Bible Hub. Ladies and gentlemen, today's scripture is going to come from Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 4, and it says, "Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap." I think that means essentially, perfect is not the way.
That's a quote you got to read again, to be honest.
Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. You can't wait for perfect conditions. The perfect conditions may never come. Yeah. And you can't stay stagnant waiting. Yeah. You got to move forward. So I think, waiting for the right thing to happen and you're just like, this is the perfect moment, let me grab it. Yeah. Like the scripture said, it can never come. And, when it comes to getting closer to God, you're probably waiting for that moment where you're just like, this is God speaking to me. I'm on my knees. The light is shining. He's talking to me. That may never happen, but it's not to say that God isn't out there. He's not calling for you to get closer to him. And it's the same thing with your movies. You're probably, like we said in the beginning, you're not going to be at a coffee shop typing up your script. Some British guy's like, hello, mate. Oh, you're writing the script? I've been looking for you. Yeah. That probably won't happen, but you can't stay stagnant. You always got to be motivated, move forward. And the same way, you try to get closer to God. You want to get to the finish line of your movie. So you got to take the opportunity when you can and just make it work however you can. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's what that scripture means. You got anything else, my friend?
Well said.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next Saturday at the same time at 10 a.m. Enjoy your Saturday.
10 a.m.?
Yeah, it's whenever I post it. It comes out every Saturday at 10 a.m.
My thing's wrong.
What do you mean?
I always get it at 10 p.m.
You've never gotten it at 10 p.m.
I always get it at 10 p.m. on Saturdays. I've never seen them early in the morning. I always get them.
You don't even watch the episodes. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week.